what's working for you? Are you finding a good rhythm? Like what's going on?
Letting them know who I am besides just a LinkedIn profile, letting them know what I do.
How helpful was it, Ari, that you started your business in? Is it important to have a niche? What does your day-to-day look like, Ari? Like, how are you structuring your day for people who are curious? Welcome back to another video. In this video, we have Ari part two with this guy who's absolutely crushing it. Came initially into our recruiter school with zero recruitment experience, and he came out crushing it, leveraging his personal network to create a really successful business. And now, at the time of the shooting, you closed two, you're trying to close three. I know money is not everything, but I have to be your cheerleader, Ari, and be like, you're almost there to close roughly 80-ish thousand dollars of commission fees in just a couple months, man, doing this, which is insane. So I thought it'd be a good opportunity for us to catch up. What's new, what's going, but I guess to tell the audience first and foremost, what sort of roles were these two or three positions that you're kind of working on finalizing?
Yeah, so it's going to be, so I finalized the controller position and a staff accounting position, and then I'm really close to closing a FP&A analyst role.
That's amazing. So from the first time that we shot a video to now, what's changed? What have you done differently? What's working for you? Are you finding a good rhythm? Like what's going on?
Yeah, no, I think a lot of it is just a lot of confidence building, right? I think a lot of, attending your classes and talking to the group and hearing all about success stories has really kind of empowered me to be more confident in what I do. So that's really has changed from day one to now. I feel more confident going to the meetings, talking to clients. I was comfortable talking to clients as a CPA, but from a recruiting perspective, it was a little bit different because that's not where I started my career in. So learning a lot from you and the team has been what has essentially helped me build confidence and help me, close some of these deals.
What's really exciting about you, though, is that you're really making the most of your network, right? And while cold outreach is something that every business should be doing, where I also see you excelling is like the more creative, different offline stuff, which is just as important because I think it's so easy for people to neglect offline when so much focus is online. But I see also you making an effort to go to these networking events, go to alumni meetings, and from there just creating conversations. And I think while that could have a longer sales cycle, you are making your name, like just you're putting yourself out there, you're being more memorable, being able to put a face to a name, shake people's hands.
Money's great, but at the end of the day, what I value the most is the relationship and my brand.
Are you struggling with getting responses from clients? Are you an established recruiter who is struggling to break six figures and beyond? Are you looking to start recruiting part-time and you don't know how? Do you feel burned out and stuck spending hours and hours each day in manual tasks like sourcing and outreaching and feeling like you have no time to actually run and grow your business? I am absolutely happy to announce that we have launched our own recruitment, educational, and coaching program to help you on your journey. We made sure that everything I've learned in the past 10 years, the tips, the strategies that really helped me build multiple seven figures of placements on my own desk with some of the best companies in the world will be included in there. We'll also be including things like how you can build an acquisition system that brings in clients every month to your agency hands-free, how you can maximize the probability of a positive close during negotiations, how you can automate and outsource your day-to-day operations so that you don't have to spend hours per day researching or sourcing, how you can figure out the new and modern way to scale your agency that minimizes risk and maximize your upside potential. And we've also included much, much more. The best thing about this is not only will you be getting amazing content, but we will also handhold you and be with you every step of the way to make sure that you are held accountable and you crush your goals. We'll also share with you our own tech stack, tools, and plugins we actually use, plus everything else we know about automation and AI to help you save time, work smarter, and not be a slave to your business. The exciting news is that we've actually rolled this out to a select few people earlier this year, and I'm excited to see them well on the way to multiple six figures, with some breaking $30,000 to $50,000 per month already. So if you're interested to be a successful recruiter that can dominate in any market conditions, make sure you click on the link below to chat with another member of our team, and we're happy to chat with you to see if we can help you out. Make sure you jump on this really quickly. See you on the other side.
And so I want to ask you, like, how are things going with you with that? And do you have any tips that you want to share with the audience on like what's working well, what you've kind of found now that seems to be like the right things to say, the right way to go about doing it to kind of create conversations or to create meetings from these situations?
Yeah, no, a lot of it, to your point, yeah, I've been attending a lot of professional events. I went to Long Beach State, so Long Beach State alumni event, getting everyone back together. Like I said, I'm not in it, short term. I'm more for a long term type of guy, and money's great, but at the end of the day, what I value the most is the relationship and my brand. So attending these events, shaking hands, letting them know who I am besides just a LinkedIn profile, is just letting them know who I am as a person, letting them know what I do, right? Doing more of those organic conversations conversations, not trying to sell my firm, sell my company. It's just more getting to know them, what they're struggling with, and just kind of aligning and hearing them out in terms of kind of the issue that they're experiencing, right?
Mhm.
From that, those type of organic conversation leads to, oh, okay, exactly. What does your firm do? Oh, accounting, finance, and it helps that, I'm a CPA myself, been doing it for over 10 years. So that coupled with the organic conversation and really getting to know them as a person versus just a number has really been very, very beneficial in terms of generating, additional leads and potential clients.
Yeah. And the wildest thing is that you haven't really gone gangbusters with cold outreach yet. So I think like helping and seeing Ari just find success within your own network. And then I would love to kind of continue to work closely with you to add more of a client acquisition infrastructure to engage cold market. Combine the two, I think is going to be just like a best case scenario to help you win, 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 and help you reach that next level.
Exactly. And I mean, that's why I'm grateful to have you, Preston, because, sometimes I think too much about, just focusing on one area, one avenue, but talking to you and getting your insight, has allowed me to change my strategy a bit and say, you know what, I do need some of the other aspect into my business as well in order to have a more cohesive strategy that will work for me short term and long term.
I just remember Ari coming into the program and I just love having you on the calls, man. And then you kind of went off and did your thing. And I don't think I talked to you or heard from you for maybe like several weeks, a month or something. And then you come back and you're like, hey, I just did 2 offers, possibly doing a third. I'm like, where did this come from? Like, and we're not talking like 10,000, you're talking almost $80,000. That's literally insane, Ari. And so I think like a couple main takeaways I want to highlight here is a lot of people are like, oh, networking and these offline events don't work. They absolutely do work. It takes a little bit more of an effort, but I think like in an industry that's going so online and everyone's so obsessed with automation and AI, if you can make the extra effort to like go into a room with people and really, create that bond, the human bond, and shake people's hands and allow them to see who you are, that will be so much more memorable to them than the 20 gazillion emails that they're going to get, the faceless ones, right? And so I'm really proud of you for being able to kind of leverage that. And then the second thing is you shared, and for people watching this for the first time and you haven't seen part one with Ari, he was a successful CPA for 10 years and you created a recruitment agency in that space to service that space, not like I'm going to do something in legal or healthcare or something random. So how helpful was it, Ari, for credibility, for talking to candidates, for clients, having that pre-existing relationship as a professional that you started your business in?
I mean, it's huge. I'd say it's huge, right? Going into that niche, something that I truly, truly understand has really been beneficial for me, especially because I speak the same language as a lot of the hiring managers. So that has really, really built a lot of credibility. The firms that I work for are very credible firms as well. And kind of what we said about attending professional events, right? Attend these professional events. And I attend there also as a finance, accounting, consulting professional because I still technically do a little bit of that on the side, right? So being able to connect with them on that. And then on top of that, I let them know that I started a talent acquisition firm has sparked a lot of interest in terms of like, oh, wow, you actually know the roles, you know what we're talking about. Like I can have a conversation about, technical accounting, goodwill, things that other recruiters may not know. But the fact those buzzwords, they hear those buzzwords are like, oh yeah, this person knows his accounting. I want to talk to him and let's kind of, chat for 30 minutes and see how you can find me top quality candidates. So, and at the same time, letting them know, kind of, a little bit of sales pitch indirectly at these networking events. And you say, well, I attend a lot of these events and I meet a lot of talented individuals, right? That may not be looking now, but maybe looking in the future. And if it's a right move for them, you never know, I first access to these individuals. So kind of selling them from that idea that I go out there in the market, I'm active in the market and I'm not just someone, behind my desk sending friend requests on LinkedIn. So, so they get to see who I am as a person. Yeah.
Yeah, you're not just some random Joe, right? And I think a specialist will always beat out a generalist, especially starting out time after time and time after time. So a lot of people always ask me, like, is it important to have a niche? I'm like, yeah, especially if you start in a space that you know something about, you've worked in it, it will absolutely give you an edge because like you can just confidently talk about it without feeling like it's forced or feeling like you just memorize something when you talk to a client, it's coming off fake or super salesy. And so the fact that like you have over a decade of experience, it just like comes out off your tongue so smoothly and it just makes you like natural and personable. And ultimately that's why people want to work with Ari, because he knows his stuff, right? But I love the fact that you're just, proving that you can still build this business and get momentum through the old traditional ways, human to human. To everyone listening, don't forget that, guys. It's not all about the internet and AI and automation and a laptop. Everyone can be a keyboard warrior and hide behind a screen. But I think people who make the effort to build real relationships, you're going to not only be memorable, but you're creating relationships that will hopefully last a long term, right? You want to look for clients that not only can help you short term, but that will keep coming back to you time and time again. And you can really only do that in person, not from just like a random call or email, And so really, really happy that, yeah, you've done not just one. I would love to just made a video with you going after and celebrating your first placement, Ari, but here you are chasing their third. So now that you've done like a full end-to-end cycle, what are your overarching tips and advice you want to give that you learned from completing A and Z a couple times?
Something that, always listen to your client, listen to what they need, give them the white glove service, right? Understand their pain points and learn from any feedback that you get from them. Adjust. I would say it's all about adapting to the environment, adapting to the individual who you're talking to, right? If you get specific feedback, make sure you apply it and let them know that you made the changes, right? I think that's key. The worst thing is when they give you feedback, you don't take it or you forget about it and you continue doing the same mistake, especially in the accounting and finance world. You're only allowed to do it once for the most part, right? Because then you're supposed to learn, because it's all about numbers. Here, I take the feedback. If there's any suggestions, I take that to heart. I let them know that I take that to heart and I prove to them like this is the changes that I did going forward. So that's what's worked out so much for me. It's just they feel heard, and then they feel like what there's the feedback that they're giving me, I'm incorporating it and tailoring it specifically to them, so they feel special.
Love it, man. What's your goal for this year, or what's something that you really want to focus on?
I'm not chasing the money right now. I'm just chasing relationships and building really strong foundations for my company and getting my brand out there. So this year is just more, exposure, getting people to know, who I am, my company, what we do, and just having really good relationships out in the market, right? And yeah, having my clients hear from other clients that I've already helped out and that have been super happy about my services. So that's honestly the goal, right? Ideally close maybe, 3 or 4 more positions this year. I think I'll be happy with that. I don't want to be too greedy, I want to just do enough where I feel comfortable, where I'm providing the white glove service to my clients.
I love that you said that, because in recruitment, if you just focus on the money, it's not going to come, right? But if you focus on building the foundation correctly, the money will come inevitably.
I heard from a great mentor when I was moving up in the CPA world in consulting, and he built a great practice and great firm. He said, treat people right, give them great service, and then money will follow.
Mm-hmm.
And that's how he built his brand and is doing very, very well for himself. But he's just saying, do good work, be honest about what you do, be ethical, be a good person, and great things will just follow, just because of the brand and the name recognition that you'll have. They'll associate with someone who's really good and trustworthy, and just provides great service all around. And then referrals, your name will be out in the market as somebody who they want to work with.
Exactly, man. So when I see you, I don't see someone who's just greedy and money hungry. I see you doing things correctly, going out there, making that extra effort, building that relationship, doing things correctly. And then that's why, as surprised as I was for first 5 seconds, honestly, Ari, I'm not surprised at all for you to do 2 deals already, maybe even a third. And I think you doing 3 or 4 is certainly underselling yourself. I think you can do a lot more this year because you're doing things correctly. You're just showing up, being consistent, putting in that work, and then your business and your desk will take care of you, man. So super proud of you. And it just goes to show that if you do things correctly, even offline, you can still find a certain level of success. And now that, Ari is more confident than ever, you're going to start implementing more online acquisitions strategies. You're going to be able to move faster, have a team. I mean, sky's the limit in terms of what you can do. And so is there any one more kind of advice you want to give to the audience here who are stuck or they want to level up or find success just like you, man?
I would say first of all, just do it. Trust yourself. Bet on yourself. And I'd say get out there. Don't be afraid to attend networking events. That coupled with more of the, cold emailing that, Preston teaches us. Those two could be a very powerful duo when trying to obtain more clients in the future.
Awesome,
And
Ari.
don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. Go out there. You can do it. I started with 0 experience in it. And if you just trust the process, listen to Preston, right, and execute, you'll do great.
And before I let you go, though, and I appreciate you saying that, so what does your day-to-day look like, Ari? Like, how are you structuring your day for people who are curious?
Because I love attending a lot of different events. It changed. Every day is different, right? I may have a coffee call with, a former colleague of mine in the morning. And then after that, I work on LinkedIn, reaching out to old friends that I haven't reached out to, get on a couple calls in the evening, and then maybe the second half of the day kind of strategize in terms of kind of where my firm is at, what do I plan on doing in the future, do I have any new fresh ideas, creating some content for LinkedIn. Yeah, that's pretty much, I mean, that's kind of high level. Every day is different for me, and I think I like that. Coming from consulting, you never have the exact same day every day. Every day is completely different. So I try to kind of stay within that because that's what I'm comfortable with, and always just kind of thinking of new ideas.
Well, Ari, I appreciate you. Can't take that much more time of your busy, busy day, but it's always a pleasure to catch up with you and sync with you. And yeah, just very proud of your journey so far. You've literally it still feels like you just started. And so I'm so proud of your accomplishments. I know money's not everything, but if I'm sure it feels a lot better for you. Like, I actually made something from nothing, and you did it all by yourself from your own effort, and really tackling your own challenges, and really taking that action to not be afraid and just take step by step. So really, really proud of you to what you've accomplished, and I can't wait to see what you're going to do this summer, the rest of the year, and beyond. And yeah, your story is certainly an inspirational one for someone who took the leap of faith, and now off you go. And I can't even just keep tabs on you, Ari. You're just moving way too fast for us too. So next time I talk to Ari, he's probably like, I did my 20th deal. And you just say that so nonchalantly. But hey, enjoy, get that third one closed, man. Try to surpass that 100K revenue, first the 100K, and then sky's limit.
Exactly. Yeah. There's a lot of things that I'm planning for, hopefully this year, incorporating some of the things into recruiting. Like, I'm thinking about adding in a career coaching services because I do have a lot of experience in corporate America and at Big Four and consulting. So through this process, I've realized that I can definitely provide a lot of good information to professionals in this field. So incorporating that into my company, I think would be a good way to also bring in great candidates and get
Look at that. Launching new divisions and services and
Yeah.
team. It's all exciting, man. It's all exciting. I love it.
Yeah. But slow and steady though. Sometimes, slow and steady wins the race.
Yes. Being intentional, right? With everything and making sure you're building a strong foundation.
Exactly.
Cool. Well, I hope that you're excited for the rest of this year as I am, Ari, but just want to, give you a quick shout out, spotlight on you. Proud of you, man. We'll definitely keep in touch and keep crushing it, okay?
Awesome. Thank you so much for everything, Preston.
You got it.